Languages, text and context. I hope that you are finding somewhat useful our videos in your personal study, which this quarter is focused on how to interpret scripture. This week we are zooming a bit more on the linguistic side. The reason for the Bible is to reach people and to present God's part of the story about who we are, who He is, why we are here, and what's the plan. Through Abraham and by redeeming Israel from Egypt, God worked with one nation to be a witness for Him. Their stories were written in their language, Hebrew, and part of them in Aramaic. As the Greek language became more prominent at the time, the Bible then, the Old Testament, was also translated into Greek, and the new portions, the new stories and letters in the New Testament were directly written into a Greek language, because the goal has always been for the Bible to reach people. There is a message for everyone, even though this concept wasn't very easy to grasp for Israel about the universality of the message. When we read the messages today, when we look at the original text or translations that are very close to it so we can get the message right, there are things and concepts that are very different than the way we think today. Have you tried Google or Bing's Translate, for example? They're definitely very useful and they're improving every day, but they can be a source of much confusion and very funny situations if they're used as reliable translation source. There is so much more into the words, based on so many factors like the context or the intonation they are spoken of, that it's very difficult for a machine to properly get it. I don't know Hebrew, but the author provides some beautiful examples in the study guide. About the word mercy, for example. So many books were written only on that, trying to get in the depth of this expression. One word, but expressing God's love, His loving kindness, His mercy, and His covenant attitude towards His people. Or take the word shalom, for example. We know that it means peace, but it can also be translated as wholeness, completeness, well-being. It goes so much deeper than the mere mechanical translation. In Hebrew, there are no punctuations in the original language, but there are other means that were developed to reinforce meaning and emphasize importance. Like 3 times repetitions, for example. Holy, holy, holy. We see this a lot in the Bible, or like here in Genesis. So God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created him. Man and female, He created them. There are many texts in the Bible with such repetitions or different structures that may sound a bit weird to us today, but when you go deeper and understand the intent, it's very enriching. This is why you'll find theologians looking into these structures of the text. Knowing such things help to get much deeper understanding and appreciation of what the author is trying to convey. Outside of the specifics of the language, the richness of the words, the grammatical and structural techniques, we need to follow the thought of the immediate and larger context, up to even to who wrote the book or the letter that we are reading, why was it written, when, etc. This can have a big impact on not only the literal interpretation, but also in the depth and the impact of the message on us. Next week, we will continue with the lesson Creation, Genesis as Foundation, Part 1.